A Memphis Safe Task Force agent shot and killed Darren Pigram while serving an arrest warrant. And Shelby County DA Steve Mulroy decided that the agent's deadly use of force was justified. The DA's office released the surveillance video so you can see it for yourself. This is inside the Burger King off of North Hollywood Street in Frayser, where Pigram was working on May 13th, 2026, when task force agents showed up to serve him an arrest warrant. We've decided to blur out the part where Pigram was shot and fell to the ground, given the disturbing nature of this incident. But the DA explained that Agent Levy Blandon fired his service weapon only after Agent Blandon saw Pigram flash a handgun partially tucked in his waistband, which is the main reason why DA Mulroy determined the agent's use of deadly force was justified. The federal agents were not wearing body cameras, and so that footage was not available to us. Tawana, I'm going to open it up here, and this is one of the 4 deadly shootings we're seeing at the hands of agents recently involving the Memphis Safe Task Force that people were really up in arms about. But what do you think Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy's decision what do you think of his decision to justify this?
Well, he looked at the evidence by TBI, and he reviewed all the videos, and he made a decision based on a legal standing for criminal charges. I'm going to have to trust that judgment unless someone can give you a good reason there was something that was missing from the file or something that he did not review. But based on what he said he reviewed, and I think they said the video was kind of inconclusive. They couldn't really tell.
Right.
So that left a gray area. But family, even though it may not meet the legal standing, there are still some policy and public trust issues that have to be addressed around this situation. Mm-hmm. Number one, body cams need to be addressed. Mm-hmm. And in this day and age, when we know that's effective, it's almost embarrassing that our law enforcement agencies are not complying to the public's demand. This is still a grieving family, and they should have resolution through civil court. And I think you will see that. But because it did not meet the legal standing of the law for criminal activity, does not mean it eludes the public's attention for remediation.
Right. Mm-hmm. And to your point about the video, even with the unobstructed view, the raw video that the DA's office released, it seemed like there was just like this perfect blind spot of where exactly it happened, mm-hmm. to where you couldn't really make out, mm-hmm. if he showed the gun or not. But they did recover a gun from the letter that Mulroy put. But Catherine, I want to ask you, as far as, you mentioned the camera usage and mm-hmm. body cam footage. From my understanding, federal agents are not required to have body cam footage or body cameras.
That's my understanding as well, although I don't know the details. But that was the line that jumped out to me in the report, was that none of the federal agents inside the restaurant had body cameras on. And it really just stood out to me that if you're part of the Memphis Safe Task Force, if you're carrying a gun while you are going out and seeking people, you really should have a body camera on you. And I can understand there might be certain circumstances where you don't, but this seems like an exact circumstance of where you should have one. And we have so many questions because that wasn't the case.
And you know what? In as much as it's a local task force made up of some federal agents, it seems to me that our local officials should engage in conversation with the federal officials to make sure that that is a priority in policing in Memphis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. The family of Pigram, their attorney, Andre Wharton, had a statement that said, "We respectfully disagree with the decision not to pursue charges, but today's report does not end our pursuit of the truth. Our focus remains exactly where it has been from the beginning: transparency, accountability, and justice." It goes on to talk about some discrepancies between DA Mulroy's justification letter and what was seen in the video. And there are some fine print footnotes in DA Mulroy's letter that kind of talks about what what the agents reported versus what he saw, but he still ultimately came to the decision that it was justified. But Otis, where does the family go from here, especially if they may be able to contest what the agent's discrepancies are with DA Mulroy's letter?
Well, to Juan's point, I think where they go is to civil court, obviously, because if DA Mulroy has opted, and I'm not going to question it either, he's opted not to pursue criminal charges here. There's nowhere else to go except for civil liability here, because you know the feds are not going to do anything, and that points to what Catherine and Tuan are talking about with these body cameras. That's the big issue with all of these task forces all around the country. You don't have enough people, or many of them at all, wearing body cameras, and I think that's by design, because they don't want you to know what they're doing, and that's a problem for me. But I think the family has to pursue this in civil court, whether it's in federal or state court, but that's the only avenue here. I will say one other quick thing about Mulroy. You know, nobody is going to accuse him of being an apologist for the police and law enforcement on this, you know, especially since he wrote that op-ed column in the USA Today talking about how police are trained and sometimes ill-trained. So I give him the benefit of the doubt here that he made the decision that he thought was best.
Okay, I definitely encourage our viewers to go to ABC24.com to read DA Mulroy's explanation in full and watch the videos for yourself, because to your point about transparency, that's the best way to make your own decision about it all. But thank you all for that. I mean, that was good perspective and takes on that. So when we come back, we're going to talk about Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert's ouster case being dropped. Was it worth it? And, you know, should she be paid back for her legal fees? We'll be right back.